Welcome to our detailed explainer video on Motrain. I'm Jeff Campbell, the founder of Motivation Technologies and the Motrain platform. My goal for this video is to provide the rationale for the platform and to highlight the features that are designed to improve learning in your organization. I've used Moodle as a teacher in a blended classroom, and as great as the platform is for learning, I wanted to get more out of it. I got interested in student engagement in the LMS and what it looks like. I started to focus on what are the behaviors that lead to learning, and I narrowed them down to how quickly a user enters the LMS from when they're supposed to, how often they go in, and if activities and courses are getting completed. I also noticed that learners rarely try to improve their learning once they've met a minimal level of compliance, so I wanted to create a mechanism that could help push learners towards mastery. Lastly, there's always been room to improve the personal connections organizations make with their learners, so I wanted to include that in our solution. Looking into an engagement solution led me to explore gamification as a possible solution. I started to use a number of existing programs and saw some potential, but I thought I could improve on them. I interviewed a number of video game and mobile app companies to come up with some ideas and learn more about their struggles with user engagement. Out of those discussions, I realized the problem with traditional gamification is reward fatigue and indifference, where the learners get tired of earning the same rewards, and many of the learners don't care about the rewards either. These gamification programs offer the learners no choices, which diminishes the user experience, and many traditional gamification solutions tout leaderboards and badges as meaningful engagement tools. Research shows leaderboards must be used carefully and can disengage learners if used incorrectly, and badges provide little motivation among adult learners unless they are displaying a specific certification. So with all this information, we came up with a new approach to personalize the engagement experience. On our platform, a learner earns virtual coins for completing activities and courses. The learner can spend their coins on items or opportunities listed in the store, which is managed by their organization. Organizations can manage the store and the entire platform on our web dashboard and can tailor the items to make the store personal to individual groups within their organization. Using cohorts or audiences, you can create sections of learners, each with their own unique store. A use case example of this is if your company shares the same Moodle site among different branches that are dispersed geographically. You can create a unique store for each of those branches and learners that work at those locations. The notion of improving engagement led me to learn more about motivation and behavior change, where I was introduced to the work of B.J. Fogg, a behavioral psychologist out of Stanford. His work on persuasive design suggests 3 ingredients are needed to help facilitate a behavior change: motivation, ability, and a trigger. For motivation, our platform does this by giving learners a chance to win something or to be provided with recognition. For ability, using effective instructional design, learning can be done in smaller chunks, allowing a learner to progress incrementally through microlearning and activity and course completion. Finally, Motrain connects this feedback loop by triggering a coin release, then allows the learner to choose how to spend their virtual earnings. Engagement can mean different things. In the corporate setting, I prefer to use the definition as an intellectual and emotional connection to an organization. This diagram shows the engagement loop Motrain is designed to create, in that a user enters the LMS to improve their learning and earn coins, which is an intellectual connection to the organization. Then, the learner enters the store to spend their coins and they see items or opportunities that are relevant to them, and this strengthens the emotional connection to the organization. There are a few different methods for learners to earn coins on our platform, and that is set up in the plugin or on the dashboard. You can choose between our different coin reward systems: event-based, which uses the create, read, update, and delete actions. You can choose activity completion only, or a blend of activity completion and event-based, or you can choose our dashboard rules. Dashboard rules are where you can customize coin values based on activity and course completion, specifically on the dashboard, which requires the site to be linked to our platform. Additionally, you can set course completion coin values, so when a course is marked complete, a user earns coins. The plugin is also where you'll connect the cohorts in Moodle as sections on our platform. Motrain is displayed in a block, and when a user enters the store, they'll see the items listed for their section and any organization-wide items. Learners can directly purchase items or purchase entries to a raffle draw, where the more entries a learner purchases, the higher the chance they'll have at winning. They can also bid on items that are placed in an auction. On the dashboard, you can see the average coins collected per user per day in each section, which will help you price items in the store. Items that are made available for purchase are first come, first serve. You can limit the number of items that can be purchased or mark the item as unlimited. Additionally, you can set the time frame for when the item will be available, and an item is clearly marked if it's sold out. For items placed in a raffle draw, learners purchase entries to the draw to increase their probability of winning. You can have multiple copies of the item in the draw, which allows for multiple winners. And winners at the end of the time frame can be manually picked on the dashboard or will be automatically drawn. You can put items up for auction and control the starting bid, the bid increment, and the handling fee. The bid increment is the minimum amount a new bid must increase by. The handling fee is the cost for a learner to bid and is charged for each time they make a bid. If a learner is outbid, their coins are returned minus the handling fee. When a user purchases an item, wins an item in a raffle draw, or wins an auction, it will automatically show up in their Purchases tab. The learner can decide when they want to request a redemption for the item. For face-to-face learning environments, you can redeem items directly on the dashboard next to the learner's name. For distance or online training, learners send the redemption requests to their managers and find out how to obtain the item. As a manager, you can see the redemption requests on the dashboard and send a congratulatory message and information on how the learner can obtain the item. This message shows up on the learner's LMS as a notification. For managers, they will receive an email once per day reminding them there are redemption requests on the dashboard. The Motrain platform allows you to reach outside the LMS and award coins to learners for any reason you choose. You could combine multiple reward systems within your organization and use this functionality. For example, you could set up internal fitness challenges or sales competitions and award coins as you wish. Or this feature could allow you to put user-to-user donations in the store, where one user would purchase the donation item taking away their coins, and then provide the manager with the information about who they'd like to give those coins to. If leaderboards are a feature you're looking for, you can enable or disable them and/or make them anonymous. Our user versus user leaderboard shows the total coins collected by each user in a section or cohort, while the section versus section leaderboards shows the total coins collected by each section within the account. Think of this as divisions within a company that compete on the leaderboard. Notice you can enable the names or make them anonymous if you wish to have the leaderboards displayed. An example of leveraging Motrain to foster mastery in your organization can be seen here through effective instructional design. The central column shows a quiz that everyone is expected to pass. If the quiz is marked complete, as set by the criteria in the activity completion, for example, a minimum grade to pass, then the learner will earn the coins associated with this activity. If the learner does not complete the quiz, they are then diverted through a support loop which reteaches the concepts and prepares the learner to repeat the required quiz, and no coins are earned. At any point when a learner completes the quiz, a mastery activity opens up using the restrict access feature, which allows the learner to further develop their learning and earn additional coins upon its completion. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about how Motrain works, and please feel free to contact us if you have any further questions.